it's interesting because you say, oh, men don't have as much of a pressure on them to be perfect or what have you, but you know what? I don't know if that's true.
Men, women treated very differently in society, so obviously it's not the same struggle, but it's not the same struggle in a societal way. But if two people, a man and woman, were to talk to each other about their body issues, I think they'd be surprised how similar they are.
There are men who do struggle with their bodies. Even men who are fit still struggle with their bodies.
I think one of the hardest things for men is that they aren't viewed as harshly as women. So just because they aren't viewed as harshly as women, there's no empathy or sympathy for them.
I think most males don't want to open up about it because it shows a weakness.
Again, with like the positive speak, like I think we have to be really careful around men just as equally as women.
Males are supposed to be, are kind of expected to be very masculine and tough and not really emotionally outspoken. And that's actually the exact opposite of me.
As a smaller guy, I mean, I can attest to that. I am a little bit shorter than men, or most men. I think it's trying to understand what you're capable of. Okay, well, you might be bigger, you might be more stronger, but I'm in a position where I have my own craft. I have my own image.
It's hard for guys to have a language for being sexy. Women are always portrayed as like the object of desire, and men are the doer in the sexual relationship. And you know, doing burlesque, it's like, what? Oh God, what are guys supposed to look like to be sexy on stage? I don't know.
A lot of women put this like emphasis on wanting a strong man, you know, or they want their man to look a certain way. And I think sometimes that's really unfair because we're so unfair to ourselves. So how can we expect other people to look a certain way when sometimes we don't even look the way we want to?
Yeah, I feel like men sometimes feel like they have to overcompensate with like being super muscular. I go to the gym all the time, so I see these guys that are like so huge and they're walking around, they can't even move. And that's probably also from an insecurity from them being too skinny when they were growing up, or think that they're not good looking enough. And so they try to overcompensate in these ways. So yeah, I feel like they have to be just as supported as women do.
You see males in catalogs, magazines, and they are so chiseled it's not even funny. That's not real life. Real people don't look like that. Real people, real guys want to look like that, I'm sure, but it's not real.
If you look like Iggy Pop, you are acceptable. If you look like John Goodman, you are acceptable. If you look like a random bank manager who you pass on the street, and if you don't know the guy, you don't pay him any attention, you are acceptable. You are not just acceptable, you are perfectly fine.
I think that everybody should be body positive, whether you're, male, female, transgender, whatever. I mean, everybody deserves to be happy. And I think if you don't feel good about yourself, you're obviously not happy, so we all deserve it.
I think all humans have emotions. I'm pretty sure we all do.
I think everybody should be able to enjoy themselves.